Everybody, welcome to another taping of The Realest TV. It's your favorite host, Bakir Love.
And I'm your girl, Key, the social media ghost.
And I'm Mika, the badass unicorn.
Yep, and today we got another fire show with some lit guests, but first, let's start the show right now. And this needs to be stated too.
If you have a friend,
Why you still there?
Yeah.
somebody gotta keep it real.
All right, everybody, it's our hot topic segment, also known as Issues. So let's jump right into our issues.
But before we get into it, let's include our guest, fashion designer, entertainer, and the world's most famous Beyonce impersonator. Please help me welcome Riley Knoxx.
Hi.
How are you?
Welcome to the
I'm
show.
great. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. So we're going to get into our hot topics. Here's the first question here. Who's allowed to use the N-word?
Everyone, apparently. Like, everyone keeps using it. I say, if I can see that you are black, you can go ahead and use it. But if I gotta guess what you are, you like one of those like, Jessica Alba types, nah, you can't say it. Keep it to yourself.
I'm gonna say everybody, and keep in mind, I'm not racist. I have a lot of white friends. But everybody, well, white people can use the word nigga. Let's call it nigga. Somebody gotta keep it real. And that's just how I feel. I mean, brown people, I feel like it's a now society, it's culture, it's a cultural, what's up, dude? You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Now, if you add that ER on there, you know, that's a little etchy. That's a little etchy right there.
A lot of people use the ER. I even seen black people use the ER. I be like, what's going on? When they be real mad, they sit and use the ER. And I be like, are we doing this? ER?
That's
What do you
weird.
think, Miss Riley?
You know what? I never use it, but I don't have a problem with black people using it. But if I hear somebody else use it, I'm like, what's going on? But I just wasn't raised using it, and I wasn't around people that used it, so
Yes.
it just doesn't come out of me. But I like,
A lot of
I don't have a
different races
problem.
be trying it. I mean,
Yeah.
but like I said, a lot of different races are invited to the cookout. I'll invite them to the cookout.
Well,
They can
Look, I
But
say all
it's
the
it.
time.
It's
I say
just-
all the time. I wasn't just like you. I wasn't raised using that word, especially being mixed race.
Yeah.
So you wasn't using that word in a house with a bunch of white people.
Yeah.
It's just
Same.
not. It's not happening.
Same.
You know. So I have a problem with that word. My kid has no problem with it,
I've
but
got a
I got
problem
a
with
little problem with
Yeah.
it.
I represent for the dark-skinned men all around the world. So it's like I have no problem with the word because I'm using it's the way you use it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the way. Is it ignorant? A little ignorant, but you know, it's
I
all
be in
in
my
fun.
ignorant bag some days.
As long as you're
so-
not using it as an insult.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you're just using, you know what I mean?
It's all about
If you're
intentions.
yeah.
But I would say most of the time, it's being used in a derogatory way.
If by another race, yes, but black people use it as like that's my
That's
And-
my
but
nigga.
they
also
That's
be-
my nigga.
But
Somebody
they
gotta
also
keep
be
it-
like our co-host here, who used it the other way.
I know. I be
You know.
saying sometimes guys be niggas, so I be like,
You know,
gotta say it. Gotta
most
let
of
them
the time
know.
when I hear it's like that.
Yeah, I got you.
You know, so I really do think that we have to be, cognizant of where we're going with this word.
We do. And just like they trying to say, like, perfect example, they're trying to say Karen is the new nigga for white women.
No.
Now
Try
see,
again.
so-
Try again.
Try again. Nice try.
That's just what they say.
That's why we're going to go on to the
No.
next topic. Try again, right?
That's what they saying. I'm just
All right, so look, here's our next topic. Was Kyrie Irving wrong for tweeting the link about the movie that sparked the whole conversation on being anti-Semitic?
I don't believe so. I feel like if he knew all this was going to come behind it, he would have never done it. But I feel like it's been had and it's a conversation we need to have, especially since there's so many people that are dropping him. But in turn, I feel like it's showing who kind of has the power and the weight, and Amazon not pulling it and saying that they are making a profit from this movie just shows where their allyship lies with the dollar.
Yeah. I don't understand why people are mad at him, but not mad at Amazon for even having the movie.
for
there.
selling it.
Yeah.
But I really don't see how they can be mad at him because the movie isn't racist at all. The movie just says that, hey, Jews are black people. We originated from Jews, and if you go deeper into the Moorish Empire and understand history, that's all. It's enlightening. I think the media doesn't want us to be enlightened. Now somebody has to, and unfortunately they're trying to put him on the chopping block.
Yeah,
for
they're
that.
saying it's anti-Semitic, but I didn't feel that way when I went ahead and watched it myself, just because so much was going on. I watched it and I was like, okay, it's someone's own opinion on what they feel happened long ago. We
But
weren't there, so
he didn't
I
even,
don't know. Like,
my problem with it is he didn't even give an opinion. He just posted.
Didn't
the
say
link.
anything.
Yeah.
So where is this going? I can't post something if I say absolutely nothing at all. I have to do 6 things
Yeah, because
to prove something.
exactly, like so if I got a platform, I gotta watch what I post.
you have
So
to.
I'm dehumanized. That's it. And no, you can't dehumanize that man. He should be able to post whatever he wants. It's America, where he posted it at, but regardless, standing that he's doing what he wants to do. Freedom of speech.
I think
So-
it's what Key is saying, that really there's something, like I think they want to make an example out of him.
yeah, for
Like,
sure.
It has to be that, because otherwise he did nothing wrong.
Exactly.
So I mean, that's just my point on it. But
If Mel Gibson can still have a career, so can Kyrie.
I thought the same thing.
child, that's why we're going to go to the next topic, because I got a lot about that. So our last topic here is marriage important in this day and age?
Absolutely not. I feel like you can be single and get the same benefits that people in marriages get. I feel a lot of women needed marriage maybe 30 years ago, but today you don't need it. You can have your own bank statements, you can have your own job, you can even further your education. You don't really need all of it, unless you're in love, Unless you're in love, all the other benefits, I don't feel like it really matters.
And you can still live the same way and not be judged for it in this day and age. But here's what's interesting. Marriage started off as business, a contract, So I think it's kind of like, I think if you want to be married in this day and age, sure, get married. But if you don't,
I'm so happy you said that, because I keep trying to explain that to my co-host about marriage being a business.
it was a business.
It's
It's not anymore, but for some people, because
it's still a business.
it's still- yeah.
Signing a
It's
contract.
big business.
You
But
go to
back
that
then
courthouse.
it was about like creating wealth for your family by marrying your daughter off. So your daughter was like currency.
See,
Right.
see.
That's how it started.
Thank you. And you have to have
my
that
stance
understanding.
for the individuals that want to indulge in marriage, I'm not knocking anybody that does. I'm not saying I will or I won't. Somebody got to keep it real. But I think we need more black families. And with marriage, it brings commitment to the situation. You're committed. And I don't agree with it. It don't got to be
You
a
can
ring.
be committed in a lot of things, but you don't need to be married. It's not a need anymore, I feel.
I think it's definitely a need. We need more families.
You
Marriage
can
is
still
I did.
have a family without
Right.
being married.
But we need more commitment in that family. That's like saying somebody, all right, we're in a relationship, but we not solid. We not
But think
solidified
about the relationships
in that
that have
relationship.
lasted without the marriage.
Right.
They've lasted longer than a lot of these marriages. Oprah and Stedman, Goldie Hawn, Kurt Russell. I go on and on and on. They've been together for like
Yeah.
20 something years, and people get married like,
And
look at
even
Cynthia and Mike.
Lisa Bonet and Jason Momoa, they
Yep.
were originally just together. Once they got married,
Because now you have a contract. So there's more pressure on it.
That's very situational, but I'll let y'all have it.
No.
Very situational, but
All right. Well, when we come back, Riley talks about being one of the first transgender woman performers in the NBA halftime.
Yep, but first I want to thank our sponsors, Ashe.
Yes.
Ashe, yes indeed, a black-owned alkaline spring water. And look, man, we've been talking this whole time. Let's go take it now. we need it. I need it, Seth.
Right.
I always hit the spot. But look, we'll be right back with some more Realist TV. Don't go nowhere.
Hey everybody, I'm Riley Knoxx, and you're watching The Realist TV because somebody gotta keep it real.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, we're talking to performer and transgender activist Riley Knoxx. Hey Riley, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. So how did the opportunity to perform at the NBA halftime as a Beyonce impersonator fall across your lap?
Well, they had been watching for years and they wanted me to perform at some point, and they just was looking for the right time. And so when they asked me, it was just sort of like a thing like, will you come perform? And I was like, oh, great, this is amazing. And then the media got a hold of it and they were like, oh, she's the first transgender woman ever to perform halftime in the NBA. And then the pressure came on. And so then it was everywhere.
Did you know you
That I was the first?
that you were the first?
I mean, I'm used to being the first in a lot of rooms, but I didn't realize it was going to be such a big deal. So when everyone started making such a big deal of it, then I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I better deliver.
Yeah.
But when I realized that it was such a big, that it was happening and that I was going to be the first, I was like, this is big for my community, so I have to, really deliver. But I always say this, I would have been there even if I wasn't performing because I want to witness history being made. Never did I think that I was going to make history for impersonating Beyonce, but here we are. Yeah.
I mean, that's good. That's good, though. I mean, it's Beyonce. Okay, so who is the biggest client that you styled?
That I've, the biggest would be, let me think. So I've done Candy Burris from Real Housewives. I've done Drew Sidora. I did her reunion gown this year. I've done Monique Samuels, who is my best friend, but my company started with her. Okay. Because I've been making everything I wore on stage for 22 years. So people always said, like, do you make things for other people? I know you're touring the world. I know you're doing all this stuff. Do you make things for other people? And I was just like, I don't have time to do that. And during COVID, I had time, and Monique was like, she's like, I know you don't make things for other people, but will you make my dress for the reunion? And I was like, no. And then I was like, okay, fine, I'll do it. So I did it.
I seen in another interview that you make your clothing and you also make your dancers' clothing. How long does that take? Because you're up there with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different women. How does that work?
It's a lot because for this concert coming up at the City Winery on the 30th, we are changing. So I changed 6 times. They're changing, I think, 4.
Oh
and
my gosh,
so you
that's a lot of
multiply
costs.
that. It's a lot, but I sew really fast. I was sewing up until I came here. But I especially leotard, I can do fast. But the thing is, as I've grown over the years, people expect the costumes to get bigger and better and shinier and crazier and all this stuff. And then with every era that Beyonce's in, it's,
switches.
and sometimes I
fashion, fashion icon.
Yeah. So a lot of times I replicate her costumes, or sometimes I will do something that is sort of like I think she would wear for this, because I can't, like, it's crazy. I have a closet of about 90 leotards because I've been doing this for a long time. And I can't really wear them again. So it's really crazy. And a lot of them, like the one I wore in Taylor Swift's video, that was an exact replica from the On the Run 2 tour. So I will never wear it again. It's archived. And also the one that I performed in the NBA game, that'll probably end up in a museum somewhere.
Let's talk about that. How was it winning a VMA? Like, what was the feeling? What was the feeling being just in that atmosphere?
So a lot of things I do happen so fast. My life happens so fast. I mean, and I'm one of those people that I don't really look back to the past. I just keep going. Let's on to the next, on to the next. So there's 2 moments I always talk about that I wanted to remember everything. That was the NBA. So if you watch the video, you see me pause during the breakdown information, and I look up and I look around because I want to take it in and then go back into it because I said I want to remember this. And then on the VMAs, when we opened the show, I remember during rehearsal, like I had a little moment with Taylor on the stage where I had to do something, and then she had to go and do her solo song. So I said, when she does her solo song, we have to just freeze here. So I'm gonna remember everything. I'm gonna take it all in, just remember the magnitude of what you're doing.
Yeah.
However, I got hit in the mouth. I got hit in the mouth by a dancer by accident because I went too fast on my cue. And then on the way back, when we were running for the drop to come back down, the LED screens, I got hit in the head by a cameraman. So, yeah.
But that's entertainment. That's entertainment.
So you'll always remember it.
Yeah.
So which one do you enjoy the most, performing or creating amazing one-time use pieces?
But you heard me say that I never wanted to create stuff for other people, and it happened by accident. I think, like I said, 22 years of performing. I'm more comfortable on a stage than I am just walking into a party with a group of people that know who I am, but I don't know who they are, so I get very nervous. But on stage, I'm never nervous on stage. I feel more comfortable there. I'm like the ringleader of the circus. And so that is, for me, that is a very comfortable place because it's been my job for 22 years and I've been doing it consistently for 22 years. COVID was the first break I ever had. And so, that and when I broke my back. But so it's a very interesting thing because I love it so much, but I will know when it's time to stop that and then move into the next chapter, which will be just making everybody look fabulous.
We can't let this slide. You said when you broke your back.
Yeah.
We got to talk about the back being broke. You just slid that in there real quick, just when I broke my back.
I broke 2 bones in my back. I slipped and fell playing on our tour bus. I was playing around with one of the girls, and we were pulling and push, like it was stupid, just horseplay. I never horseplay anymore, by the way, because I almost ended my career. I broke 2 bones in my back. I was only off the stage for 1 month, and I got back on stage. People were like, "You're gonna 2-step when you get back up and do that." I was like, "No." Have you seen what I do? No. And I did a back bend and all this stuff. Back was still broken, but it didn't hurt as much. So people were just like, "Did you really break your back, or was it?" I was like, thank God I was young and my workout, so that helped heal fast. But yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about. I gotta bring this up. How was it meeting Beyonce?
I never really talk about it that much, but I will say I've met her 3 times, and we have a lot of mutual friends. So I had known that she had been watching what I do for years. And so you never know how people are going to react and how they're going to feel about like you're impersonating them. Are they going to think it's, a parody, a tribute, or whatever. But I put in a lot of work over all the years studying everything that she does so much. And so I was like, I hope she respects it. I hope she loves it. And she does. And she was really gracious and really sweet. And it's nice to have her blessing for what I do. Because she keeps me busy. Yeah.
I can only imagine.
I wanna know, what type of dances do you really like doing, being that you are impersonating Beyonce?
Yeah.
Like, do you like doing the most, or do you really want to just,
Well, some things are harder for me. Because I'm not a trained dancer. I say that, my dancers all say you can't say that after 22 years. But all my dancers are all choreographers, they all went to school for dance.
Okay.
So I am not classically trained. So over 22 years, I've had to learn. I didn't really start off with that much rhythm. So it's been great. I will say, sometimes when I see something she does for the first time, I'm like, oh crap, I gotta do that too.
Now you got it. Now you got to add it to the toolbox.
Yeah, but I will say my favorite favorite song to perform is Formation.
Really?
Yes.
Not Single Ladies?
I don't know if I should say this.
Dance. I thought you were going to say dance for me.
I don't know if I should say this, but my dancers hate Single Ladies. They hate performing it. What? And there's only 2 of them that do it with me because it's so intricate and so hard. But it's the one thing that everyone of all races know. So they know this. And so, no, Formation is hands down for me always going to be my favorite because I open my show with it usually. And it sets a tone, it's hard hitting, and it took me forever to learn it. So I'm like, now that I got it, I can do it. The great thing is we're so well rehearsed by the time we've been rehearsing for 2-3 months by the time we do this 2-hour show, that I no longer have to think about what I'm doing, which is great because now I can play with someone in the audience. I can do things that are not rehearsed. And because I'm not thinking about, I gotta hit my marks and all this stuff, Definitely. It just becomes muscle memory and it's more interactive for the audience that way.
Do you ever feel like it takes a toll on you personally to keep up with all the eras that Beyonce goes through?
Personally, like physically, you mean?
Physically and mentally, like just in your personal life, do you think it takes?
That's a lot.
I only impersonate her on stage, not in life. So my personal life, I think probably right now while I'm rehearsing, I'm on lockdown. And so I've only come out of my house to do interviews. That's it, to do press for the show. I don't, and so like all my friends and anybody I'm dating or anything, I'm like, you won't see me for a while. It's all right. It's like training for the Super Bowl. This is the big career, And then also I have to really train my body to be on stage for 2 hours and I don't get a break. The dancers get a break when I do slower songs. I get no break. And so I have to keep that stamina built up by working out every day. And then we rehearse for hours and hours. So it's like my body becomes
Beyonce.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's get into this.
Let me
How
get
is
up
it dating Riley Knoxx? Because you're always on the move. You're getting booked here. You're getting booked there. You got this going on. How is it dating?
How is it dating? It's not really happening. It's not. I think people think when they meet me that it's going to be like, I meet people all the time, like just regular guys, and they're like, well, I don't want to be famous. Like, I don't want to. I'm like, you don't have to be. Like, that's just my job. You know what I mean? Right. I have a lot more time when I'm not preparing for a concert than people think. I make time for things that are important to me.
Definitely.
So I make time to, if I want to go on a date, I go on a date. If I want to hang out with my friends, I hang out with my friends. I always say people make time for things that they want to do, and you make time for things that are important to you.
Very true. Very true.
I'm loving it.
Thank you for coming on this show. This was a great interview.
Thank you for having me.
Yes,
It was a lot of fun. I love you guys. I watched a lot of your other shows.
Oh, thank you.
Stay tuned in. But look, coming up next, we got a female artist who's going to kill the stage. But I gotta thank my clothing sponsor, Lawrence Clothier. Definitely tap in with them. We're gonna put their information on the bio. We'll be right back with some more Realist TV. Don't go nowhere.
Hey everybody, it's Layla Khepri and you're watching Realist TV because somebody gotta keep it real.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know. It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
Welcome back. Our next guest is a rapper, actor, and casting director. But today she's gonna spit some fire. Please help me welcome Layla Khepri. Hey girl. So look, how you been?
Life been lifing, but I can't complain.
Yeah, you doing a lot, girl. So look, which art are you in love with right now? Because you're doing everything.
Ooh, that's really hard to say because I think I got to a point where I just really like using my creative outlets, finding different sources of just being able to express myself. So to be honest, that's been one of the struggles and why you see me bouncing back and forth between doing so many things is because I've learned to just find passion in everything, for one. And it's kind of across the board. It's equal. I like doing it all.
Okay. So what about your new movie Bundles?
Ooh.
Like, tell us a little bit about that. It was on BET.
Yes. That whole situation was a blessing. Shout out to Cap Hill, the writer. Shout out to Ryan Jordan, the producer, director, editor. Jeff Cohen, who believed in us enough to even invest in the situation. And that was actually the first situation that I really got into casting and found out that I actually have a knack for finding talent when it comes to just pulling off believability, because not everybody.
Not everybody.
But it was a beautiful situation. It was 2 years in the making. The first day it tsunamied out of nowhere. The last day we got held at gunpoint in DC. So it was a wild ride, but it ultimately paid off. Like I said, 2 years being in post-production. I saw Ryan just take it and polish the hell out of it. So now it's on BET. Her, we incorporated a lot of talent from the DMV just because we really wanted to give it everything that's DMV culture. So the music, a lot of the influencers from the area, we just incorporated all of that just to really show what DC is and shine a light on it. And even moving forward in the future movies that we have coming up, we really want to create it and make it revolve around this DMV universe. So that's pretty cool.
Okay, well, you got a lot going on, but girl, you here to do your song. So we about to hear it. Everyone, please help me welcome Layla Khepri.
Woo! What's up, y'all? Layla Khepri. Make sure you follow me on all social media. LAYLAKHEPRI. One of the realest songs I've probably written to date. most transparent I'll probably be in a while. So, let's go. Yeah, yeah. Lately I feel broken, not ready to fix me. Wishing I was sober, still gripping the whiskey. Getting hard to focus, wondering if they'll miss me. Yeah. Cause lately I feel broken, not ready to fix me. Wishing I was sober, still gripping the whiskey. Getting hard to focus, wondering if they'll miss me. Look, okay. On edge and feeling relentless. I really feel like jumping. They don't wanna see me in this, but I don't wanna feel like nothing. Harder to fall when you got it all. Back against the wall, but ready to brawl. Biting the dog, as big as the bark. Searching for life, but not scared of the dark, yeah. Ready for anything though, me I stay ready to go. Pockets beginning to grow, up the echelon has the glow. Trust in the circle as far as I throw. The seeds that I sow look immaculate. Future to fortune I'm racking in doubt for the lesser fortunate fraction of doubt. What they could do without the distraction that's keeping us further from youth. For my fountain too serious. Turtle behind you but furious, catching up fast and furious. Living life for the luxurious, playing at the courteous kindness that weakens. Knowing you're here for the rest of my life for a season. Taking that grain of salt with all the heart that keeps my heart beating. Seasoning bitterness, letting it seep in. Trip I reserve for the riverbend. Drowning my haters that come to this deep end. Yeah. Broken in the smithereens. I'm at the end of my rope and I don't wanna let go. But word on my shoulder still crushing me across this boulevard of broken. Lately I feel broken, not ready to fix me. Wishing I was sober, still gripping the whiskey. Getting hard to focus, wondering if they'll miss me. It ain't never over till I say murder she wrote and I carried a note. Angels beside me to heal when I'm broken. Can't fix what I'm thinking when sinking the boat. Only hope for me lies in the hopefully sabotaging myself and I know it. Reading the comments that claim I'm a goat just to not give them half of the me that I know I can't coming up short when I'm needed the most. Hurting too much then I hide what I'm going through. Weakest of all so to be when it shows. Crying that shows all the tears I've been running from. Not trying to leave when they say I've been ghost. Giving it all just to feel like I'm number one. Just to have nothing to keep me afloat. Praying to God that when everything's said and done, what's in my heart is enough to devote. Reborn a legend from legends. I roll with the punches and keep all the promises made when I woke. Tomorrow not promise, so taking it slow. Join the journey and down for whatever as long as I turn every stone. Leaving my mark with the fossils but bigger than bones. Moves that I make so they don't pay the toll for the price that we set when we switch up the code. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Look. Cause lately I feel broken, not ready to fix me. Wishing I was sober, still gripping the whiskey. Getting hard to focus, wondering if they'll miss me. It ain't never over till I say, but it's hard to say. Yeah, 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 hard to say. Yeah. Tap in, relish. Let's go.
Hey, girl.
All right, Layla.
Okay.
He's spitting.
That's how you conclude the show.
She's spitting. Okay,
All right,
girl.
thank you for that fire performance. It was really great.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yes, love it. And we want to thank the viewers as always for watching us.
Definitely, and make sure you add us on Instagram, The Realest TV, TikTok, The Realest TV, YouTube, The Realest TV, everything, The Realest TV, because somebody gotta keep it real. Till next time.